in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today is determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
From the 31, Stafford, catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 101 yards, and a score. Stafford.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in his first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
To throw again. Stafford throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch twitch. Watch the twitch. Watch twitch. Watch twitch. Wrong. Get wrong.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Fields. It's complete to Graham. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
22's coming, Mike. All right, T. All right, T. Out. Rush in. Tighten up.
Now Gordon on 1st down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run a draw here on second down. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 41.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fields. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And Adams has it, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Fields. Flush to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The tackle by Robert Quinn. To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford, open man, he's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now Stafford, he's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford looking middle, and it's incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 19-yard line.
49, check 49, check 49.
Kill.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
On 3rd down, Fields being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Mike 58 right there. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 58, Mike 58.
On 1st and 10, Fields forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Crunch. Watch the safety creep. Whip. Check.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They run it here with Gordon, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
He's checking.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
22's coming.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Now Stafford, and he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On first down, it's Johnson. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So plenty of action on the field, but no. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down.
Like 22's coming, 22's coming, Mike. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Operating from the gun, Fields. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. A gain of 3, second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. From the gun on third down. Fields escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. To throw on second down. Fields. And that's complete to Adams. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line.
First down.
Check 31, check 31. Kill. Watch the eye. Comes to me, it's me.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Spawn. No. Check it out, Reed. Come on. Like 22.
Now they try the right side here. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. From the gun, Fields. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Second and 4. Well, that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Check 3. Check. Lucky.
Back to throw. Fields. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Well, some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big 3-point play right there, couldn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
They're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
42 to the mark, boy. 42 to the mark.
On second and 11 now. Stafford gets it to Meredith complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them rocked on their heels.
One to Meredith. Touchdown, Detroit! Cameron Meredith, his second touchdown on the season, and the Lions have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down is paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fields. Brought in over the middle by Grant. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Fields. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They'll go to the keeper, and he will push forward and pick up the 1st down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st.
It seems like a short distance, but a yard in this situation, not easily done. So big compliments to the guys up front for creating some space, especially the guy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Check the out. Check the out. He's coming. We got double up.
Back to throw. Fields. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
To throw on 3rd down. Fields dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Fields. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Check 43.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. Like the way I said that,
in his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
First down.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Defensively that time, they were in zone